All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 33. Yes, I know it's a little different scenery-wise. It's a little bit brighter. Kind of like it, honestly. I think the natural light makes it a
Yeah,
little bit brighter and cleaner. But
good backdrop.
yeah, a good backdrop. I don't know if we're going to be doing this every single time. We might not. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. But as of right now, this is what's going to be, at least temporarily. It's going to be a little bit of a lighter episode because we don't have as much talk. We have only NWA and AEW talk, no Impact.
Yes.
So,
So, Impact this week was just a recap of the multiverse of matches, and not for nothing, you don't need to hear me talk to you guys about what happened at the multiverse of matches again. So, this week it is just NWA and AEW. So, kicking things off, Matt Cardona versus Tim Storm, the long anticipated. Finally, Tim Storm is going to get his hands on Matt Cardona, but does not prevail. Matt Cardona beats Tim Storm. Big news, though. Speaking of Matt Cardona, though, his days as the NWA World Champion may be numbered because now it seems that he has potentially two, maybe three challengers, all vying to get their hands on him. Pope is cashing in his Champion Series title shot on Matt Cardona. When? We don't exactly know, but Pope has announced that he will be cashing in his Champion Series title shot.
right.
And then we get to a match between Darius Lockhart and Rhett Titus. Darius Lockhart gets disqualified after not adhering to the referee's 5 count. And then we get the Briscoes. They're saying they want those NWA tag team titles, and quite frankly, they've earned them because they are the Crockett Cup winners. But they said just name the time and name the place for La Rebellion. Then we get Trevor Murdoch in a match against Garrison Cade. He beats him. Not much to say there. And then we have the main event, Scion's Slam Challenge. Can Scion slam Titus to get an NWA National Championship opportunity? Unfortunately, no. But the way that the match ended, if you can even really call it a match, Titus got himself disqualified. So, needless to say, it's possible that Scion will actually get another championship opportunity somewhere down the line.
Right.
But for now, Scion, you had your chance to challenge. But Tyrus just won't let anybody challenge for his NWA National Champion. Or, I'm sorry, his television championship. Not national.
Yeah.
Television. He won't let just anybody challenge for the television championship. And no, the national championship is held by Jack Stain. I don't have it in my notes, but initially I did. We might as well talk about it. So, Jack Stain said no to the Master Lock challenge from Chris Adonis. Chris Adonis was going to challenge Jack Stain in a Master Lock challenge for the national championship, and Jack Stain said, "No, I don't do challenges for my championship. You got to earn your opportunity." And so, however, Chris Adonis still has his rematch clause that he can invoke. I feel like he was trying to invoke it though with the Master Lock challenge, to which, like I said, Jack Stain said no.
What is this? WWE from like 2009 or something like that? Like,
Well,
oh,
hey.
maybe not 2009, but like, I'm kind of exaggerating. But what is this, like Ruthless Aggression era WWE? Like, the
Master Lock
the
challenge.
Master Lock
Yeah.
challenge has been, a little outdated. So I'm glad that they didn't decide to bring it back because NWA. I mean, nothing against it, but it's not like it's not seriously pro wrestling. It's more sports entertainment in the way it's NWA.
I mean, the thing is with NWA is it's very nostalgia heavy. So, they're not your modern, like, they have a lot of
Yeah.
modern styles in a sense, but they're very heavy on, like, oh yeah, this is tradition, this is what brought us to the dance, this is like nostalgia. And it's like, well, in a sense, that's why, like, yeah, I know the point of like heels is that you're not supposed to agree with them, but in the same breath, I kind of agree with Matt Cardona in wanting to save the NWA. And, like, his first step to saving NWA was to make theme music a thing, which, we kind of got a glimpse of that at both the Crockett Cup and Power Trip when they went to Oak Grove, Kentucky. But other than that, it's like, you know, when does the real saving like begin from Matt Cardona?
Well, from one promotion to another, we start off the night with Adam Cole and Christian Cage in a really great match.
It was a very
It was a really
match.
great match to start off the night. First time ever match between, the legend and should be Hall of Famer Christian Cage.
Well, in that same breath, then Adam Cole should be a Hall of Famer too.
Yeah,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I
though,
mean,
with Adam Cole.
more so
We'll get
ROH probably than WWE, but yeah. Adam
I'm
Cole.
kind of surprised he's not in the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame, to tell you the truth.
I mean, I think it's going to be coming. It's going to be coming very soon. Because,
In that same breath, then Jay Lethal should be in as well.
CM Punk is, so. But,
CM Punk is, Bryan Danielson is.
yeah. Well, Adam Cole does beat Christian Cage in a very highly contested back and forth contest to where Red Dragon come out to beat down on them, on Christian Cage. Then Jurassic Express, the tag team champions, who have been with Christian Cage, multiple times with their whole thing, come down and, settle a score and beat down on Red Dragon. And then Hangman Adam Page comes down, and Adam Cole doesn't want to face him until the title is on the line, which makes Adam Page like, that's a good idea. Guess what? We have a live Rampage in Garland, Texas, the same Garland, Texas that held the very first Battle of the Belts is going to also hold the other Battle of the Belts, this Saturday. So they're going to be facing. Adam and Hangman Page will be putting the title on the line in a live Rampage in the main event in a Texas death match. Our thoughts about that?
Crazy.
Man, these two just will do anything.
Who will be the last man standing?
I think it's gonna be Adam Hangman Page. As weird as it is, I think this is gonna lead into a third match at the pay-per-view. It wouldn't shock me if it ends up being like a steel cage match or something like that. But
if that's the case,
or if it is Adam Hangman Page that does prevail, don't be shocked if his opponent at the pay-per-view is CM Punk.
be one hell of a match.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think you're going to see Hangman Page retain, and you're going to see, or not retain. I don't know. I've been wrong before about AEW in the past. So as far as who's going to win, I think it's going to be Page. I think he's going to go up against CM Punk at the pay-per-view. It makes the most sense to continue him as the world champion. I think has had one hell of a run. And CM Punk, with putting up the wins right now, being, I think, the number one contender for the world title, definitely rightfully so, deserves to get the opportunity at the pay-per-view. And I think that's the route that they're going to go at Double or Nothing in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sign of the week is back again, and it's, yo, listen, kind of like Max Caster says, Joe is going to kill you. And rightfully so, we'll get into that. As Samoa Joe does beat Max Caster in high fashion, very quick too. Max Caster didn't have a chance in hell in that match. And really Samoa Joe brought out a move that we never would have thought we would see again. The Muscle Buster.
Yeah.
Brings out the Buster and qualifies. He's the first male to qualify for the Owen Hart tournament, which I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see. I'm hoping it means good things for the male and the female competitors that win them. I hope that it leads to a title opportunity for whoever wins, because if it does, I would love to see Samoa Joe win it all and get a AEW World Title opportunity, because I hate to say it, he never got that opportunity in WWE for the main title. So it would be nice to see. Then afterwards, Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt interrupt after the match, saying how Jay Lethal was like, "Where was my mentor? I tried calling you for 4 months to get word from my mentor," probably meaning what he should do, where he should go. Ultimately Jay Lethal did come to AEW, so there was that. Sanjay Dutt, if anybody knows about him, he is a former X Division champion in from
TNA.
Impact, TNA era Impact, as well as Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe. It is great to see, most of TNA talent in AEW right now, and it makes me happy to see that. And they're saying that they're going to give a present to Samoa Joe. I wonder what that is going to be. Maybe a celebration, maybe red carpet celebration for Samoa Joe. I think this is going to lead into a match between Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal. And who wouldn't want to see a great battle between Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe at Double or Nothing?
Absolutely.
I'm all for it. 100%. That is going to be a great storyline that's going to head into a pay-per-view match. I'm all for it. And it makes sense because of what happened with the, Supercard of Honor.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. As far as this goes, the next match, oh my lord. Thank you, Wardlow.
Yeah.
Because Sean Spears lost to Sean Dean, and MJF was pissed. Trying to do everything he can to make sure that Wardlow is not there and beat down all of the security. And Sean Dean, after the distraction from Wardlow, rolls him up 1, 2, 3, wins. The face on MJF, priceless.
Mm-hmm.
Priceless. Sean Dean, yes, he got his opportunities, but who can really say that they've got match wins against Sean Spears and MJF, especially MJF, who has done very well for himself. I get it, he should probably have a title opportunity because he's got wins against credible opponents, but I don't know. AEW apparently sees him as a star without a championship, which is, I guess, fine with me. There's still a lot of things that you can do with MJF, and they're putting him against, some of the top names, and who's to say he can't end up beating Wardlow at Double or Nothing. So we'll see what happens.
That's what I was gonna say, and something tells me that what they might do, since technically Wardlow is showing up in AEW without an official AEW contract.
No. I know exactly what's going to happen. I think Wardlow is going to win, and if he wins, he gets the AEW contract.
That's what I was getting towards, yes.
So you know what? You're probably right. I think Wardlow will beat MJF. I think it makes sense. It sucks to see him lose twice in 2 pay-per-views in a row, but it makes sense because I think AEW has bigger, better plans for Wardlow more so than MJF. I think they can see championship material with Wardlow, which makes a lot of sense. I think he's willing to be a champion, but the only thing I would like to see out of Wardlow going forward is more opportunities at adding more into your arsenal. No, nothing against the power bomb symphony, but I think that you got to do more with adding more into his arsenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and a very interesting thing, best friends are backstage, are in the back talking with I think it was Alex Marvez or something like that. saying, and then Chucky T was saying, "Hey man, we love you. We'll do
No, I think
anything."
it was Shivani actually.
Oh, was Tony? Yes, it was with Tony Schiavone. And Chucky T was saying, "Hey man, I love you. This, we gotta do this for us. I was the one that bought you those trunks." And then Trent butts in and be like, "Well, I don't love him. I think he's a douchebag and or the scumbag and the hypocrite." Where Tony Schiavone's like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 watch what you kind of say," type of thing. And then he says he doesn't love him. Is there still tension within the best friends? Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Well, especially there's got to be now.
Yeah.
We'll get into why.
Yeah, of course. But right now, it wouldn't shock me if Trent and Wheeler Yuta face off maybe for the ROH Pure Championship. I mean, that would
certainly be
that would be interesting.
That would really be a great
I
introduction.
could really see that happening. I think that's what they're gonna.
That would be a really great introduction for Pure Rules to be introduced to.
I think it's an
AEW audience.
I think it's gonna happen. I can see that. I can see it leading into a Pure Championship match between Trent and Wheeler Yuta.
Think about it, because we already have Impact Wrestling has already been introduced to Pure Rules when Jonathan Gresham came to represent the company Ring of Honor as the world champion in Impact Wrestling. And, we had that amazing match between him and Macklin where we had that innovative finish of okay, both men have used all three of their rope breaks. So now we get a figure four and Macklin and Gresham are both in the ropes. Gresham uses the ropes for leverage. Macklin's got his shoulders pinned to the mat, and then the ref counted the three. It's how can you get any more innovative of a finish than that?
Yeah, I think AEW can find some great ways to innovate the pure wrestling rules. But I would like to see that happening, and we'll find out more in the coming weeks and months. Or not really months, but in the coming weeks. Because very soon it's going to be Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston and Pride and Powerful beat down the Jericho Appreciation Society. That was just a thing that they shown earlier today that Eddie Kingston, Pride and Powerful beat down the Jericho's Appreciation Society, and Dana threw a freaking TV at them as they're walking out. Damn, Eddie. I mean, I know you. Seriously, I know you hate Jericho, but don't friggin' take him out in the process.
That poor backstage monitor.
And then
broken the entire
Jake Hager was in the driver's seat as they all get into the car and drive off, scared. This rivalry
He was running though.
Oh yeah, he was running. I'm actually shocked he ended up coming back because they came back pretty fast. He must be one hell of a runner. But damn, I'm honestly impressed of how fast he was almost catching up to that car. I mean, I know it wasn't going that fast, but damn. Man has some wheels on him. But this rivalry is, far from over with, clearly. And then Eddie Kingston and Pride and Power will come out afterwards. That's what I'm saying. How? How? You know what? I know why. Because it was pre-recorded beforehand.
Yeah,
that's why they were out
earlier today.
Yes.
But even still, just the fact that
I know. Jason, don't expose the business, man. You're exposing it too much. Well, let me tell you something. In that sense, it was pre-recorded. So don't be asking, oh, how the hell did they get back after running after them? It was earlier today. Well, it was earlier today. It was probably one of the first things that happened before everything match-wise happened.
Well,
so
hey, in that
which doesn't make sense. Which makes sense why the monitor wasn't working in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
but, which in that same breath, then how were the Young Bucks able to be at Supercard of Honor and have the first match on Rampage last week?
I know.
Rampage was pre-recorded.
Yeah, I know.
So, it's funny too because I interacted with somebody on Twitter about that. It was it doesn't help that Rampage is pre-recorded. I ended up replying, shh, don't expose the business.
Yes. Where they come out and say that they can, you know, be with anyone and they will still beat them down. Like meaning Chris Jericho will be with his family and he'll still come after him and beat them down. Then, any of them can be with their family, beat them down. And Eddie Kingston's like, Daniel Garcia, I know where you live. You know, don't think I don't, can't come there and whoop your ass. And then they call the Jericho Appreciation Society the Jericho Bitch Society, which honestly they act like little bitches after they just ran away from them. And they won a six-man tag team match next week. Will it happen? Yes, it will happen. They did tease the match. It's going to be happening. Six-man tag team match between Jericho, Daniel Garcia, and I want to say Hager versus Eddie Kingston, Pride and Powerful. So this rivalry is not over with anytime soon. It's going to continue happening. It's going to lead into Double or Nothing, everybody. I've been saying it all along. It's going to happen. So, yes, there will be the six-man tag team match will happen. It's going to be
But
happening on Dynamite.
The thing is that Double or Nothing, Jericho Appreciation Society is going to have the numbers game. So, do we get two other members to join
I think
Eddie
so.
Kingston and Pride?
We've talked about it.
Powerful?
We talked about it multiple times. I really do think it's going to be the other members of LAX. I could be wrong. It could be somebody totally different that we're not even expecting. So I really do think that they're going to find two other people. I don't know who it's going to be, but it's going to be two other people. So yeah, I think that they're going to have two other people, and it's going to be a 5-on-5 faction versus faction match. This is a little out of the blue, but MJF will say anything that's on the top of his mind. He literally said that he will injure Shawn Dean more than he could in Combat. That's a little out of the line. I'm sorry. I get it. He's Captain Shawn Dean, and
he's a war veteran. Well, I don't know if he's necessarily a war veteran, but he has served in the military.
But are we shocked? I mean, what comes out of MJF's mouth anymore? No, I'm not. As far as match,
what he feels.
As far as match wise, I hate to say it, I don't think it's gonna be on Dynamite. I think it's gonna be on Rampage that they're gonna face off against each other. So yeah, MJF, I think he could probably injure Shawn Dean, but don't be shocked if we see Wardlow help out Shawn Dean and then Shawn Dean gets another victory over MJF.
Would not shock me.
The Hardys, man, do not give them a table match because when they're in their element, they're going to be doing some great things. Because
even though a ladder match is more of their element than a tables match, but they have been around their fair share of tables, don't get me wrong.
The infamous, TLC matches and stuff like that.
Even if AEW were to miraculously have a Full Metal Mayhem match, then that would be more so the Hardys element as well.
So the Hardys do beat the Butcher and the Blade with the help of Jeff. Jeff was the one that swantoned the Butcher through the tables. And then the Blade, and then Andrade Family Office come out, and then Sting comes out to beat them down. We have not seen the end of Sting, Darby, the Hardys against the Andrade Family Office. Again, I think that's going to lead into Double or Nothing as well. I mean, there's a lot of matches that are lining up that head into Double or Nothing. They always end up having quite maybe 10, 15 matches at most.
It's almost as if Double or Nothing is AEW's version of, say, like a Super Card of Honor or like a WrestleMania.
Yeah, of course.
In a sense.
Yeah, it pretty much is. Of course, you're going to get the casino, I think the Casino Battle Royal, I can't remember if, I think they had the Casino Battle Royal at Double or Nothing, and then they had the Casino Ladder match at another pay-per-view or something like that, if I remember. But I'm pretty sure Double or Nothing has a Casino Battle Royal, where, who knows?
Yeah, now that you mention it, I think the Casino Ladder match happens at All Out.
Yeah, I think so too. The Casino Battle Royal, if I was to determine who could be the wild card in that factor, I have no idea.
Yeah, that is a good.
I'm honestly thinking a Ciampa or a Gargano.
It's definitely not going to be Ciampa. Ciampa's already been called up to Raw.
Oh, has he? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. I
But
want to say
Johnny Gargano is a possibility.
Gargano, a Cesaro. I think Cesaro back in ROH would make a lot of sense.
If that's the case, then why don't they sign Chris Hero too?
That would be cool.
Kings of Wrestling reunion.
But I'm thinking there's gonna be a wild card. I was honestly mad. Oh wait, actually, I think it happened at Revolution. It was a Oh no, it was the face of the Revolution ladder match. I was kind of mad that they didn't have a wild card in that match. I was really thinking that they were gonna have um another one, but they didn't. So I think that's what's gonna happen going forward. Jurassic Express two face Red Dragon for the tag team titles. Thoughts? I don't know if this is the time for Red Dragon to win the tag team titles. As far as right now, I don't know if there's any plan for the Hardys to face off for the tag team titles. I thought it was going to happen at Double or Nothing, but I just don't think it's going to happen this pay-per-view. I think it's going to happen sooner than later. It's just not going to happen this pay-per-view. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong. But as of right now, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think I want to say Jurassic Express is going to retain tag team titles. I don't think you're going to see anybody of the Undisputed Elite to win any kind of titles for right now. But
I mean, that would certainly be something, though, if they did give the titles to Red Dragon, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
No, I don't either. Going forward, Thunder Rosa to challenge Nia Rose for the title at Battle of the Belts 2. I mean, I don't want to go into too deep, but I think Thunder Rosa is going to retain. It's too early to have her lose. It's only just begun with Toni Storm and Jamie Hayter. Thoughts? You better watch out there, Jamie Hayter, because Toni Storm has a hell of a lot more experience, I think, in her right pinky than you do in your whole entire body. So you better watch out what you wish for with Toni Storm and starting any kind of beef with her, because I think you're going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, I mean, Toni Storm has been doing this a lot longer than Jamie Hayter, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Toni Storm over Jamie Hayter. Hate to say it. Hikaru Shida beats Julia Hart. Are we shocked? Come on now. Like, are we? I mean, you got somebody that is a former AEW Women's World Champion and have over 50 wins. You really think that she's going to lose to somebody that barely gets seen on national television? Hell no. It will be an Owen Hart tournament, and then Serena Deeb looks to want to fight Shida, but just have a standoff. When will they face off again? Sooner than later, I would think. I would hope, at least. I don't want to see it at a pay-per-view. I really don't want to see it at Double or Nothing. I really don't. And if it is, I hate the shit on women's wrestling, but I hope it's on the pre-show. Yeah. That's why I'm saying. I'm hoping it's sooner than later. I think it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be coming sooner than later. Then Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks beat down Strickland, and then Keith Lee helps out Strickland. When will they face off again? Well, we got the answer. We'll let you know. FTR beat the Young Bucks to retain the AAA and ROH Tag Team titles. Can we just talk about how great of a freaking main event that was?
Oh my god. Tag team wrestling is alive and well with FTR.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't even matter who they're facing.
I tell you.
They could face the worst tag team in the world and they could still make it work.
Yeah, they can. FTR is
5 stars all around for FTR.
Yes. FTR and Young Bucks just tore the house down. That, I think, should have been left for Double or Nothing more than Dynamite. Yeah. But let me tell you something.
But
it did help sell out the Boston Arena. It really did.
However, I saw somebody say this on Twitter, and quite frankly, I'm sold. FTR Young Bucks 3, 2 out of 3 falls.
Oh, you know what I can honestly would like for that, which they could do, which I know WWE has done before. 2 out of 3 falls. The first fall being the
Oh, like a three stages of hell kind of thing.
no. Well, no, the first
Or
fall being the one set of tag team titles, and then
oh,
the
I see what you're saying. I see
like
what you're
whoever.
saying. Yeah, so basically, like, the first fall is for the, like, AAA tag team titles, and then the second fall is for, like, the Ring of Honor tag team titles, and then the third fall, if necessary, will be for both.
Yeah, I could see that happening. So I would like to. I think there's going to be a third match between both. I really do think it's going to probably be at Double or Nothing, if anything. Um, yeah, and then going on from there, or FTR maybe gets a title opportunity at Double or Nothing for Jurassic Express's titles, and then hold 3 titles at once. That'd be something. Who wouldn't want to see that? um, and then heading on to the Rampage side of things, Bryan Danielson beats Trent Beretta. Um, kind of saw it happening. Trent Beretta tried, said to Wheeler Yuta, "Well, watch me, watch what I do to Bryan Danielson." Well, you got your ass beat, son. That's what happened. Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti want a match and will keep destroying things until they get it. Dan, you might as well just give them the match. What are you doing? Just give
Seriously.
them their match that they're looking for. They're going to keep on destroying all things until that happens. So give them the match they deserve. Um, Going forward, Swerve Strickland beats QT Marshall, and then Ricky Starks cuts off Strickland. And next week, we will finally see the tag team match. Thoughts? Um, Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, yo, you guys are definitely gonna beat up on Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs.
And if you don't, we riot.
Yes, we riot. You guys don't win, we riot. That's what I see is gonna happen. It makes sense. Marina Shafir looks to have Cargill solve her thoughts. I'm very intrigued to see what Marina Shafir can do against Cargill. I think it's going to be at Battle of the Belts too, even though I know Marty has stated to me outside of this show that he does not want to see it because I don't think it.
I just, like, and it's nothing against Marina Shafir, but, like, I just don't see myself getting invested in this match because I personally have not seen Shafir's work in AEW. She only competes on Dark. So,
Yeah, I don't think she's going to get the win against Cargill here, but it's going to be an intriguing competitor, say the least.
and I'm
Um,
not trying to say that, like, Marina Shafir doesn't deserve it, because, let's face it,
right.
I'm sure she does. But again, like, I just, to me, I don't think she has enough credibility behind her because, let's face it, also, not a lot of people watch Dark these days, anyways.
Right, I know they
So,
don't. So yeah, I think Cargill is gonna get win number 30 there. Red Velvet beats Willow. What was it
Willow Nightingale. Yes.
Nightingale? To qualify for the Owen Hart tournament. I wasn't.
Although
I hate to
Willow
say it.
Nightingale was over as hell with
Yeah, she
that Boston
was.
crowd.
Um, I think that she can do great things with AEW and ROH, but um, we'll see what she can do going forward. I think she's still very green in the ring and very
Yeah,
lazy,
yeah.
but I think with more matches under her belt, she can get there. I mean, look at Jade Cargill. Um,
Yeah.
she was a rookie and very green, but now look at her. She's a TBS champion
Oh,
and
I know.
30-0
Yeah.
or 29-0, but
She's about to be 30.
she's a. Well, let's pretty much give her 30-0. She's um. Well, looks like Mark Sterling's trying to recruit another one, and it's Tony Nese this time. Our thoughts on that?
I think it makes sense
it makes
because
sense.
look at the kind of athlete that Jade Cargill is.
She's a premier athlete herself, and then you
She's
would
a
get the premier
yeah.
athlete in Tony Nese. Why not? Means great things for Tony Nese. So I think that he can end up being a great premier athlete in its own sense and rack up those wins with Mark Sterling. So yeah, I think that works well for Tony Nese. And we get on to the main event of Rampage. Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yuta beats Wheeler Yuta. Man, he made him friggin' gush out blood.
And it's
in a
funny
very
too,
back and forth match.
Can I talk about that moment in the match where, like, plain and simple, Wheeler Yuta got his Austin moment.
Yes, he did. He really did get the respect of everybody in the Blackpool Combat Club.
Well, not only that.
And can we just give Wheeler Yuta a lot of credit? He wanted all the punishment, all the beatings he could get. Even after the losing, he still wanted more. Man, what is this man made of? He's 25 years old, and you would think that he's like been an ECW veteran for like years and years to come, because
it's almost as if he's impervious to pain.
Yeah, I would say so.
In a way.
What does it mean to get the handshake from Regal? I think it means that he's in the Combat Club, because Jon Moxley's like the real fun begins.
The real work begins.
The real work begins. And what does that mean?
Well,
I think it very well means
Wheeler Yuta's
in the.
Not to mention, Wheeler took his blood and spelled out BCC on his chest.
Oh, did he really?
Yes.
I didn't even realize that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wrote BCC on his chest with his blood.
I think it's
so it's safe to say that
I think it's
Wheeler
very safe
is in Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, I think so too. Honestly, and I think it's the right move for him too, because you can do really good things with the Combat Club. So I would be all for it. I would like to see him there. Like I said, everybody, short episode this week, maybe more next week. So this is going to end this episode of No Final Bell. Please follow us down below on social media at Tinkle Sports. Over there is Tinkle Sports Entertainment on YouTube, and over here is No Final Bell every Wednesday at 5 p.m. We also have Sunday Morning Tinkle every Sunday at 9 a.m. and Out of Turn 4 every Tuesday at 5. So if you don't want to watch this show, you can watch those other two shows if you like racing and other sports. Or if you like wrestling, you can watch our show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. We are Jason and Marty, and we will see you in the next episode.